Matrix. I'm Goon, and this week I'm hanging out with RADIAN. What's up, fellas?
What is up?
What's happening?
Where are you guys from?
Akron, Ohio. He's from Kent, Ohio. He's from Lansing, Michigan. And he's from Randolph, but he lives in Canton.
Akron. So you guys are an Akron band?
Yeah, we're based out of Akron.
Okay.
But I'm the only one that actually lives there.
What kind of music do you guys make?
Heavy metal.
Is there such thing as too heavy metal?
No.
Too heavy, too furious?
Now ask Rob Halford. There's no such thing as too much metal.
Okay. How long have you guys been making music together? Is this the original lineup of RADIAN?
No. Derek's new, fairly new. He's been playing with us since pretty much the close of last year. And incidentally, he's from East Lansing, Michigan.
Just
Lansing. Lansing.
How long does it take you to get to your practice spot or wherever you guys meet up?
About 3.5 hours.
Okay. Is it worth it?
Oh yeah.
These guys make it worth it for you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Will these buy you dinner or something when you get there?
We rub his shoulders and stuff like that. Give him fresh coffee.
No, it's been great. You know, Burns is very supportive of me coming down and helps me out when he can, and it's just been a good positive experience playing with these guys. My other band played a bunch of shows with them, last year, and that's how we kind of became friends. And when they asked me to join, I was like, yeah, man, let's do it.
Yeah, we got a East Coast tour in May.
Okay.
It starts in Atlanta May 4th.
Sick.
We're doing that tour with good friends of ours from Atlanta in a band called Drifter.
Okay.
And they're just awesome dudes, awesome band, and like-minded people. Yeah, it's just great that we get to do this. We did a little run with them last May.
I think it is.
And we decided to pick it up again this May and add a couple more dates. So, looking forward to it. Always fun with the Drifter guys.
When you go out of state or go on tour, what's like the number one thing that you have to bring besides your gear?
Socks.
Okay.
Weed, toothpaste.
I have a tour pillow.
I guess, yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know if I
The
need
pillow?
to bring anything, though.
Okay.
Really. Yeah, but pillow's the first thing that came to my mind, I guess.
Sleeping bag. I just keep a sleeping bag in the van.
Oh, well, you never know where you're going to be crashing. It's not necessarily ideal economically to get a hotel or a motel every single day. So if you're going to sleep on someone's floor, at least it's nice to have a pillow,
But the older we get, we're just saying fuck it, and we get more hotels.
Yeah, the less likely we are to sleep on someone's floor.
Well, and me and Jeff, previous band, we were in Rue, and we toured quite extensively from time to time.
I think everybody in the band's been out of town plenty. Not
You guys
necessarily
know by
with
now.
RADIAN at this point, but with other bands in the past. I mean, we've been at this for 20-some years. So yeah, been around.
Yeah. I've toured a lot in other bands. There's a time a few years ago that I was out on the road 200 days out of the year, that kind of deal. So
Really?
That's heavy.
That's crazy. I don't know that I've ever interviewed anybody that's toured that extensively.
all DIY, underground, sleeping on floors, wherever you can make it work. We had a converted school bus. We basically just lived in that.
What's the best floor and what's the worst floor you ever slept on? It's a lot of floors.
Worst floor,
Shout them out.
an attic in Baltimore with piss jugs everywhere in this flop house. None of the piss jugs had tops on them, so it was
Just open piss.
yeah, you could really get the smell. Yeah, that's probably the worst.
That's an important detail.
Yeah, that's
Open piss jug.
bad enough. You gotta look at it.
I'm pretty positive in Philadelphia on a Rue tour.
I feel better.
One time I woke up.
You've been around.
I think I woke up and my head was literally in a litter box, and I was probably really drunk the night before.
So
and
you
just-
don't remember going into the litter box, but you
No, I just found a
out of the litter
spot.
box.
I just found a spot on the floor and just lay down and went to sleep. And then I woke up the next day and my head was literally in a fucking litter box. So that's why I'm kind of weird about crashing at people's houses anymore. You know, I'm like animal hair, kind of like I'm kind of allergic to animal hair, and it kind of like bothers me a little bit. And everything that I wear is black. And then if I go into a house that's covered with animal hair, then
I fucking hate it.
and it's
I
like
hate
a
that
huge
shit.
pet
Oh,
peeve.
God.
Like I have to take a roll of duct
It's
tape.
a pet peeve.
Yes.
Hey,
Huge.
there it is.
Huge.
I got attacked by bed bugs. Was it in Dayton?
Ugh.
Oh,
That's
fuck,
not
dude. Did you
surprising.
take them back to your house?
No, but I did have to go to the hospital because I had like a reaction, and like all these like boils just broke out, and I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I think I have to go to the hospital. Couldn't find out I got attacked by bed bugs.
Shout out bedbugs. This episode is brought to you by Dirty Floors and Bedbugs.
Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
So you guys have, I think, all been obviously in other bands before. What's it like starting RADIAN in the middle of a global pandemic? You guys did kind of start right when the whole COVID thing first began, huh?
We actually started performing live just, I want to say February of 2019. But the
So it's
band,
like right before.
right before.
Yeah.
And then the world shut down when we decided to start playing shows. But I did form this band in like the winter of 2017. So it's been a little bit longer than that, but I just kind of worked on it and had to find other people to be in the band and make it a solid lineup, you know. But the band actually formed in like 2017, but started performing live with a full lineup in the onset of 2019, just before the pandemic.
That being said, though, I think it was, kind of a bummer, everything was kind of a bummer at that point, but the fact that we were just, I think, starting to get ahead of steam, get our feet under us, and then have to go, almost an entire year without being able to play live.
Just being
was
stuck in a
bummer.
basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I kind of figured there had to be some dark times as a band because you write music and you want to go play it. I'm sure. I don't know a band that doesn't want to go play
I
it
think
live.
it really fed our second record, though.
It helped you write, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed productive the whole time, not necessarily.
Discordian.
We had started writing that stuff before, and then had the downtime, and I think that's when most of the lyrics took shape for the album, really. So I think it really helped polish those tunes, really, for us, the whole place we were all at because of that.
Yeah, I understand. Shout out Discordian. Shout out Chapters. I mean, I know they're only a couple years apart, but how do you guys feel about the two albums compared to each other?
I think Discordian's just a more mature, more
Redefined.
developed
Or redefined.
version of the band. Chapters was kind of, we went into a studio, ripped Chapters in basically like a day and a half, did everything, quickly just to get it done.
Where'd you record it at?
Bad Back Studios with Big Metal, Dave Johnson.
Where's that?
He used to be located in Cleveland. Now he's located in Copley, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
Ringworm, Midnight.
Shout out!
Yeah,
shout out!
A fuck ton of great bands, and Big Metal's a good.
So you knew that was a place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and Dave's a cool dude, and he knows his shit, and he's cool to work with, and I mean, I think even Goose recorded a record with Dave.
Yeah.
You know.
Next to nothing.
Shout out!
Shout out.
I knew you from somewhere. I've seen you before once or twice.
Yeah, I think so.
With Discordian, though, where we kind of just, got Chapters done. Those songs for Chapters had been around for a while because they were jamming for a while before I joined the band. But with Discordian, we actually did something a couple things I've never done before, which really seemed like it really pushed us forward in the way the record came out, as opposed to the first one was we recorded those songs at practice over and over again and listened to the performances and really dialed in, made sure we were doing what we wanted to do.
We
You
did
go
like-
into the studio and you have an idea what you want to do, and then you do it and you're like, that'll fly. We really took time dialing in what we wanted to do, and then in the studio, we did the drum tracks, the entire band live, me singing, everybody playing, and we did, every take we did was like that, just to get that emotion, just to get the feel of actually playing the songs, rather than just the guitar player playing the tracks so the drummer can track.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, we did a solid 6 months of pre-production, like couple times a week.
It's a lot of work.
Couple times a
A
week.
lot of work. And I kind of figured you guys for that, like a band that really puts in a lot of work, you know what I mean? How often do you guys practice? Is Radian a part-time job? How many hours a week do you guys think you guys put in for this band?
Well, we practice 1 time a week right now because, you know, Derek's got such a long drive.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
we do hash it out. Like, we just don't run through the songs and then call it, like, you know, we practice like good 4 or 5 hours at a time. And we'll rehearse the songs that we already have. And then once we're done rehearsing, we'll take a little break and then we'll start working on the new material that we're currently in the middle of working on right now.
And I mean, a couple times a week, maybe more, I'm back in Michigan with my headphones on, playing the songs by myself in my spot, or, you know, they'll send me some new stuff and I can hash out new beats to kind of what's coming, you know, so.
Yeah, always
wasting-
scheming.
So
Yeah.
we try to do as much as we can prior to him coming there. So we're kind of like me and Bill will get
So it's
together.
like a time bomb ready to go as soon as he
Yeah,
gets
so we have to
practice.
take less time getting on the same page with Derek driving. Now, like, Bill will come over and we'll work on stuff earlier in the week, and then me and Bill are on the same page for when Derek shows up. We don't have to take that extra time for me and Bill to be on the same page. We already are, and that's more time we can hash shit out with Derek, you know, and it works out great, you know.
Is it our turn?
Is it your turn, Paul, or ours?
It's your guys' turn. You guys are super deadly in this game, really on the offense. I honestly, I'm being serious. I was honestly hoping,
We're just not gonna crush you, man.
I was hoping that I was gonna, oh my god, you guys had 2 moves at once because I just blocked one with my
We
last
just connected
move.
4, bro.
Oh shit. Alright, hold on. I didn't see
have
it.
to
I don't. How do you guys decide who to do a split with?
I guess
I don't think there's a lot of process. I think these
Whoever-
things just kind of happen.
whoever that we like and we ask and agrees to it. That's kind of how it works. Not that we currently, well, we do. I'm sorry. We do currently have a split right now. It's a split cassette with a band from the Ukraine called Celifus. And we have a split cassette with them. It's on Robust Fellow, which is a label based out of Ukraine. And Philip is a very cool dude, very supportive of our musical journeys that at least me and Jeff have done. And
He pretty much facilitated that
Yeah.
split. He
Okay.
brought the two sides together.
But he gave us like 4 different bands to listen to, and Celifus was like the most appealing to my ear. And I said we would like to do the split with them because it was just more appealing to my ear. I can't speak for others. And he asked them and they were all about it, you know. But that was just a split cassette, and it was a very limited edition, like collector's box set. It was actually a split series where there was 5 cassette tapes in a box, and it was like really cool, fancy packaging. So there's 5 cassette tapes, 5 Ukrainian bands, and then on the other side, 5 bands from around the world. And there was only 2 bands from the United States, and we were one of them.
Wouldn't have taken you for a cash.
Nice.
I love Caddyshack.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
My favorite
Even the
part.
second one.
My
not too
favorite
bad.
part's where he cleans the room with his leaf blower, man. And it's like, Bob's your uncle. You're done.
What makes you guys stonier than other bands?
Stony.
Burns.
Yeah, probably me. I got mental issues. So I smoke weed so I can suppress my mental issues somewhat.
I like weed.
Yeah, weed's alright. It helps me get through my evenings. I don't really smoke during the day, but
Stonier, that's a bold statement. There's some pretty stony bands.
I thought
seen
it was
Weed
like
Eater? You ever
retained.
seen Weed Eater? You want to see a really stony band? Go to the West Side Bowl.
You know, I actually went to a Weed Eater show and I left before they played because I had to go somewhere else.
You sold yourself short.
I believe me, I found out later on. Yeah, I didn't know.
Stoniest.
But you want to see the pinnacle?
Definitely.
You want to see the pinnacle of stoniest bands? Go to the West Side Bowl on Thursday, May 4th, and see Bongzilla. They're friends of ours from Madison, Wisconsin.
With friends of ours, Super Corruptor from Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, Super Corruptor, yes.
Shout out!
I don't think that there is a more stonier band in the United States than Bongzilla.
Is it challenging to stay creative? Do you guys feel like it's something that comes naturally to you?
For me, yeah.
Do you ever get writer's block?
I think we all do at some point. I'm just speaking for myself. I have.
Part of being in a band that's good for creativity is that, you know, one person may be blocked, there's 3 other people that can, you know, open the floodgates, so to speak, right? Like, it's something I haven't experienced in a while, just because I'm always bouncing it off somebody else.
That's because bass is easy, right?
Well, that too, yeah.
Can a song be too long?
Never.
What's the perfect length for a song? Is there one?
Probably about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it really depends on the song.
I don't think you ever really set out to be like, we gotta make a 4-minute song. You know, just like you get into the process and then you're like, this doesn't feel finished. You can just feel it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And however long it turns out, you know.
Yeah, that's really the truth. That we never sit down and say.
I always
"We're
wonder
gonna
that
make a
about
10-minute
bands.
song."
Like, how do you know when a song is done? It's just done when it's
It's
done.
different for everybody.
You just
Yeah.
know it. You know?
Like our old band, the dudes we were in with that the first time, they would always want to like, we're done, that song's done. And I was like, no, I'd fight them on it. No, our previous band, Rue.
Oh, back to the
They just had a different idea
Yeah.
of when they were done with an idea than I did. And I learned from that. I was like, you know, it's different for everybody. It's not necessarily, you know, it has to be longer. I think I was stuck on, you know, a 2-minute song, unless it's grindcore, is not long enough, you know. But I learned from that it's different it's more than anything, it's different for everybody. It depends on the song. There's no perfect song length. I mean, if you think there's a perfect song length, how do you think about
I guess, yeah.
music? Yeah, it's weird
Yeah.
to me. It's timeless.
Timeless, perfect, yeah. What's your favorite Radian song?
Painless Void.
What's your favorite Radian song?
The song's
What's your favorite Radian song?
Discord.
What's your favorite Radian song?
Understand, man.
Is there a band that you listen to that you don't want your bandmates to know you listen to?
We already know all
Yeah.
those bands.
There is, but I've already told everybody.
They
Are
don't
you
know,
guys
they don't know
already
mine.
got it all broken?
They don't know mine.
Alright, come on, spill it.
Brazilian Girls. You ever heard of them?
No.
No. I like him.
You got away with that one. We're gonna look it up later. You're gonna DM it, but for now you got away
it's
with
like
it.
French EDM stuff. Yeah, like
What is EDM?
like electronic dance music.
Ah.
I really like
They're a
the
band. They're a band. Like they play instruments, but they got like a real EDM vibe.
Good. There's no judgment here.
Yeah, I really like him.
Yeah, we're like Planet Fitness.
Him is really
in this
good, man.
interview. I only ask. We don't judge.
All right, I'll give you guys one that you probably know, and I just like it, man. I like 21 Pilots. I do. And I mean, I guess I have a bias because a lot of pop is beat driven, so like I'm gonna get into it probably as the drummer. You know, if it's got a
Yeah,
good
fair
beat to it,
enough.
you know.
Yeah. So you're gonna listen to it differently.
Yeah.
Hey, I can come clean on something that probably no one knows about.
All right,
But
dude,
I
come
don't
on.
think that there's one
Tell us.
Madonna song.
What'd you do when you were a kid in private?
You don't want to know that. But I don't think there's one Madonna song that I don't know every single lyric from beginning
I
to
thought
end of the song.
Madonna. She's another good one that's a really good pop singer.
Well, my mom was a huge fan of Madonna, so I grew up listening to all of those songs, you know, Depeche Mode
She's from
and, you know,
Michigan,
stuff
I
like
think.
that.
She's from Michigan.
I don't know where
Yeah,
she's from.
Michigan.
She fucked herself right up the way to the top, man. Cut.
I thought he was on after.
Every time you say cut.
We are at. Oh man, I was paying more attention to the fucking next question than I was to the game.
That's 2.
I'm already making excuses too. I sound like a sour ass bitch. Alright, wait. Hold on.
That it? No.
I didn't see anything. I don't know. Who did that? It wasn't me.
Paul wants to lose again.
Yeah, we're gonna go round 3 one more. Have you guys ever been paid anything cool that wasn't money?
Yeah. Well, not RADIAN.
Well, I mean, you know, anytime somebody gives us food or drink or anything when we
Place to
come
stay,
play, that
yeah.
kind of counts, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I always think that shit's fucking dope.
Yeah.
I get excited.
It's always
All of a sudden
cool
you
to
give me a
get,
free piece of pizza.
Get free stuff or get stuff just to play some
Shout
songs,
out.
you know?
I mean, our old band, Rue, we were given all kinds of stuff.
I'm going first this time. You guys are cheaters.
We were given all kinds of stuff in Rue. We even had a sign at our merch table that said, "We'll trade for."
That doesn't count. That was not my first official move.
Already off to a good start.
How do you guys travel as a band? Do you guys have like a cool van?
I mean, it's a
Have
van.
a van.
Yeah, I saw you in it before.
I wouldn't say it's like all that cool, but it,
No.
it does the trick, you know.
You know how many bands travel to shows with 5 cars or 4 cars?
None. I don't know. People do that?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, it doesn't
Yeah.
I actually suggested that because I hate vans.
We're just gonna
It hasn't-
tour
hasn't
4
flown
separate
yet.
cars.
Yeah.
It just doesn't
Nah.
feel like a band if you're not in a band.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you kind of got to show up together and leave together and help each other carry gear, and that's kind of what makes.
Do you help
what
them
it
carry
is.
gear?
Yeah, absolutely.
He carries as a
as
singer.
much gear as
he's-
anybody, maybe
yes.
more sometimes.
Definitely more than me.
Do opening bands have to stick around to watch the headliners?
I mean, it's kind of a dick move if you don't.
Don't be a dick. Stick around.
I mean, it's just kind of. I mean, it.
I mean, it's okay to just hang out outside and like listen, right? And then if it sounded like they were cool, tell them good show afterwards. That's.
I honestly feel like
when
if
you've
you're-
already played.
I think that if you're an opening band and you don't really stick around to see the headliner and you move equipment while they're playing and stuff like that, I think moving equipment while a band's playing is extremely rude. And B, I think that if you don't stick around to watch the headliner, you're kind of self-absorbed. You know, you're not really showing that you care about the community or the scene or what you're a part of. You just care about yourself. So I'm done and I'm out of here. So I think it's a real dick move, and I think it's selfish and self-absorbed to do stuff like that.
Call them out on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the headliner, honestly.
If
Yeah.
they suck, it's okay to leave.
Well, yeah.
If you're not into it, you're not into it, man. Why pretend that you are?
I would also go as far to say that, like, wherever you're at on a show, it would be smart to watch or give every band a fair shake. I mean, if you're a musician,
Absolutely.
like, you're gonna learn something, even if the band, you know, isn't to your taste or maybe isn't that good, there's something you can learn from it. So it's like a good thing to watch everything.
What happens when you die?
Who cares?
We don't know, man. That's
Doesn't matter right now.
yeah. Find that out.
Radian lives forever.
That'd be
About
nice.
that.
It would be nice.
Tell you what, it'll be an adventure though.
See, the trick is to become so enlightened that you're not even in the wheel of life and death.
Are you there?
Fuck no.
It's good to have
That's what
goals.
he's saying. The whole idea is to be like that.
Yeah.
How do you
Goals,
get there?
yeah.
We're still
Yeah.
trying to figure that out.
Far, way far away from there.
On a serious note though, I think as artist types, we're constantly in the back of our mind, that question is there, and I think part of that comes through the art. It's, we don't really sit there in our regular lives thinking about it because it's in the art, and then you can just leave it there, come back to it later.
Radian lives forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 with a 4. Radiant forever. Tag it on the wall.
EVA
For life.
forever.
Radiant for life with a Y.
L-Y-F. L-Y-F. That's how you spell it. Life. L-Y-F.
Wolfpack.
I'm Paul Goon. They are Radiant. Radiant for life.
Radiant for life.